This is a video that I've been wanting to do for a while and I've been putting it off. It's essentially going to be a glorified show and tell. I've always wanted to build up a really nice collection of fashion basics so that I can go into my closet, go into my dresser, pull out a shirt, pull out some pants, grab a bag, grab some shoes, and I just look effortless. I don't want that to be my style all the time. I just want that option of ease. I love the feeling of things being effortless. I've known for a long time that I would get benefit out of having a really nice collection of basics, but have put it off. I don't know if you're like me, but I get very distracted by the shiny new toy. So I'll go on Etsy or I'll go out thrifting and I'll see something that's really cool, and then I buy this piece and then I don't wear it ever. Well, actually, that's another problem that we can talk about another time. But I finally have been forcing myself to only buy the things that I can see me wearing regularly all the time and that I feel, to the best of my knowledge, will be timeless. I actually have a list, which I think I can pop up over here, that I've made 2019 things that I wanted for my wardrobe. And I made one recently too. It's always the same things, like a really nice pair of jeans, dark jeans, black jeans, brown jeans, a really nice pair of black boots, a really nice leather jacket, a really nice black bag, a really nice pair of white boots. Today I want to go through my basics with you, kind of like a little bit of an inventory, and maybe you can use that to make a list for yourself and even buy similar things that I'm going to show you today. Some of the stuff is vintage, but some are from stores that I recently bought, and so you could probably buy the same thing or go to those stores and find like similar really nice quality basics. I'm going to start with bags. I have 3 in mind over here right now that are my basics. These are all vintage, unfortunately. I'm starting off with this bag right here. I found this in a vintage store in the Twin Cities. It is a vintage or secondhand Nine West bag. I love that it's black, but I also love that it has the pattern to it. One of the things you'll see as a theme, or what I see as a theme in myself, is I like a basic, but I wanted to have like that little bit of something, like just a tiny little detail that makes it not completely basic. So in this case, what I really liked about that was this pattern. It makes me want to buy more vintage just because of the quality of it and because I got it for $20. I had so many different bags, and every time I would go out, I would think I need a black bag. I need just a simple black bag. But then when I would go shopping, I wouldn't buy that. I would just buy something that just caught my attention and I never really wanted, but it was maybe like a trend or something like that. If this is you and you're similar, this is your sign, like buy that black bag, buy that little black dress. The next bag I have to show you is this one right here. This one I found on Etsy and is by Bali. The thing that struck out to me with this bag was just how chic it looked, yet it was so simple, but this detail of the strap was just so alluring to me. This is what I'm talking about something being a basic, but it just having that like little extra something that makes it special. The next basic I have is this cream tote. I just found this on Etsy, and all I did was search vintage cream tote, vintage cream bag. I was just searching every day and I would save things. And then eventually I would go back and look through my saves and I would say, okay, what's the best one that I found? When you actually start buying those pieces that you will wear every day and then you start to reap the benefits from that, you will want to do it more. And then it's just less wasting of your money. It's having an easy wardrobe all the time. I'm not even all the way through showing you what I have and I'm getting so excited about it. Let's move on to shoes. What I have for my basics is I have a really nice penny loafer. I found them at Goodwill 6 or 7 years ago. They're pretty dirty inside. This is something that I wear all the time. They're really easy. They're actually really comfortable to wear. These are from Etsy. I've had them for about 6 or 7 years as well. They're very comfortable for a heeled boot. They have like a felt inside. They're really warm actually in the winter. And these ones, if you watch my videos, I wear these all the time. The next item that I actually recently got was a nice pair of cream leather boots. These were an investment. One of my stipulations was I really wanted the heel to be the same color as well. I don't like when it's brown or black when it's a different color. I like it all monochromatic. I was searching Etsy like for years, Depop for years, Just even like Googling like random shops, when I saw these, I was like, you know what? These are the ones that I've always wanted. And so I did end up purchasing them. I have a couple things like that in my wardrobe, and it's definitely worth it to just get the thing that you want, because I learned from experience that if you don't get it and it's something that you really want to wear all the time, that you're just going to be buying a bunch of crap to replace that thing that you really, really want, and you're just going to waste your money anyway. These boots have been a nice addition to my wardrobe. These are from Zara. It fulfills a very like British countryside horse riding vibe that I want. They're also flat, so they're easy to stomp around in. Okay, next, tops. This top that I'm wearing right now is from Gap. It's really nice. For the longest time, ever since I was in 8th grade, I have been obsessed with long sleeve, tight fitting, white tops. I'm really tall and my arms are long, so it's never long enough for me. Like ideally, I would love for it to go right here. If you know where to find that, please let me know. I have several tops like these now because I have like finally admitted that for some reason I have an obsession with this style of top, and I want a lot of them. I recently purchased this one from Everlane. In terms of having that extra little detail, I really liked that it had this seam down the back. I also purchased this one in a charcoal gray, which I love the color of, and it has the same seam on the back. I will say that although clothes in general seem thinner to me than they ever have been, these shirts in specific were so incredibly thin. I got them around Black Friday and I got them half off. They're originally $70 and I got them for $35. And let me tell you, I would have been very disappointed if I would have paid $70 for this thin material. Another really good staple piece for a wardrobe, especially in the winter, is just a nice simple cream or white turtleneck. I personally don't even like turtlenecks on me, but when it's really, really cold and I just want that extra, bit of fabric up on my neck. This one is from Uniqlo, and I think it's a merino wool. It's very flattering. Speaking of a white turtleneck, I recently got this one on Etsy. This one is vintage, and it's a vintage Gap. It is so nice. It is a little bit too small for me. It's an X small, but the knitting is so beautiful. I'm drawn to a cotton fabric weave, I believe it is. It's 60% cotton, 40% acrylic. Okay, interesting. I like the cotton instead of the wool because of the way that it stays so nice and fresh. Okay, let's talk about white t-shirts. I have tried a lot of different white t-shirts lately, and I don't really have a lot to say about most of them. I did recently buy this one from Madewell. It has a little seam down the back, and another thing that I like about it is the shape of it on the side. It's really, really flattering. I love this t-shirt so much. It has a slight rib, and I've worn it once or twice, and I'm very protective of it because I feel like it's gonna get ruined really quickly if I wear it so much. I probably should go back and buy another one before they're gone. This is an X small. I'm not normally an X small. I think they're known for having their sizing really off. All the things that I buy from them are in a size below what I would normally get. One thing that I was looking for a while was a really nice black cardigan. I got kind of tricked by the picture because on the model I checked and she was 5'9", size small, whatever, that's my exact height and size, and the sleeves looked really, really long on her, and I was like, oh, cool. But this is just a regular length sweater, and also it's kind of scratchy. It's doing the job for now, and I'm not gonna go out and search for another one because I have this one. In a dream scenario, I would have one that was higher quality and just less scratchy and maybe had a better shape to it. You live and you learn. I recently bought this black sweater on Etsy. It is a 360 cashmere sweater. I've been looking for specifically ribbed sweaters from the 90s. Something about that cotton ribbed material is very durable. And I'm always looking for clothing, especially in the winter, that can take a lot because you're putting coats on it. You're pulling it up over your head and everything. And so this wasn't exactly ideal for that, but it's a very nice sweater. I do feel like I have to be a lot more delicate with it. It's very delicate. The shape is just beautiful. It has the perfect mock neck and beautiful little flared sleeves. It's a dream in terms of shape. I'm just in love with it. Briefly, I'm going to talk about some intimates. I have these socks from LL Bean, and I was getting ads for them. I was telling my husband for years, and I finally bought them, and I really, really like them. I don't want to go flashing my underwear around, but I did buy some of the underwear from Cuckoo Intimates, just the white ones with the lace trim. I thought that they were going to be hype. I did end up liking them a lot, and I have maybe 8 pairs of them or something. They're very cute. They're just white. They're like a basic, but they still have that little like frill, that little zing, and they're actually quite comfortable. And also, please let me know if you have a favorite underwear because I'm always looking for more. Let's briefly talk about bottoms because I have a lot. I have recently discovered that I'm a skirt girl. I love wearing skirts, but it's like definitely less comfortable than wearing pants, especially in the winter. White little tennis skirt. I think it's perfect to add to any basic wardrobe. I found this one on Etsy, kind of by chance. I was looking for pleated skirts, and so maybe I would suggest searching that. Pleated skirts, tennis skirts, and white. This is going to be really nice for me in summer especially. I have another pleated skirt. This is a black one. I got this one from Mango. I liked that it was more low rise. Another thing that I had been looking for a while was just a really nice long black skirt. Found this one in a vintage shop in Milwaukee, and it is a vintage Gap. I'm not even trying to look for vintage Gap things. I did find that a lot of the things that I am gravitating towards are vintage Gap, which makes sense. I think that the 90s Y2K era is really good for basics. They got some nice things at that time. Another example of a vintage Gap piece is this leather skirt. I got this one in the Twin Cities too, in a vintage store called Olio. I love that store. Every time I go in there, I find something. Next up, let's talk about jeans. I think that jeans are always a struggle to find, that perfect one. Right now, I'm very lucky to have 2 pairs of jeans that I really, really like, and luckily enough, they were sent to me. So recently, Motel Rocks sent me like 5 pairs of jeans, and I ended up liking 2 of the colors. I have a dark indigo one and like a brownish tan one. The style is low-rise parallel jean. They're obviously in style right now, like a low-rise, kind of wider jean. Perhaps they won't be my forever jeans, but for now, I'm really, really liking them, and especially the indigo ones, I wear them a lot. Another thing that I had been looking for was a pair of pleated trousers, and I was looking for brown because I wanted something that was like a little bit softer than black. Black to me sometimes is like a little bit too harsh. And so I found this really nice pair at Madewell. I wear these pants all the time. I really, really like them. If I could say one critique, I would say that I wish they had made the waistband a little bit more angled in, but like it is kind of nice when you buy pants and they have like a tiny bit of hip so that when you put them on like low on your hips, they make your booty look a little bit bigger. I think that might just be a me thing because my butt's really small. Side note, if you're looking for a beanie, this one I recently got at Madewell and I really, really like it. I think that this one is the right amount of thickness. It's not too thick so that it makes your head look huge, but it's not too thin that it crushes your head and makes your head look small. It's just the perfect amount. Lastly, I'm going to talk about jackets and then we will be done. I kind of seem to have all the same type of jacket that I'm not doing very good in this department. I have 3 brown leather blazers. I have this one. The detail, the stitching on the side is what drew me. It says Newport News. It's 100% polyester. It's not leather. This one is very flattering though. I found it in a vintage shop in Portland. This jacket is so buttery soft. It's a nice brown leather jacket. It's also very warm because it has this lining. This one is also from Olio in the Twin Cities. And lastly, for the brown blazers, I have this one, which I found on Etsy, and I think originally is from Latvia. I ordered it from overseas. It's a very slight, really nice corduroy. It's very oversized, almost way more oversized than I thought when I got it, but I still really, really love it, and I do like pairing it with almost everything in my wardrobe. In terms of a winter coat, I've had this one for maybe 3 years, but this style is just so flattering, and I think it's really timeless. I found this one on Topshop, and it was about $100 or $150. This isn't real leather. I think it's polyester, but it's held up really well. It looks really, really nice. It's very soft, and it's actually very, very warm. I wear this one every time I go out, and I feel very chic in it. I do have a couple nice black leather jackets, but I'm still looking for something that like suits me more in my style, who I am now. I would love to have a nice moto jacket for myself. My husband has one that I could probably steal, but he also wears that one quite a bit. Lastly, I forgot to mention, I do have a really nice trench coat that I found in Goodwill 6 or 7 years ago when I was living in Portland, and that is a really nice thing to have as a staple in your wardrobe as well. Add that to the list. I'm still missing some items from my list I'm missing black jeans, a black low heel boot. I would like a cream small purse, some type of black heel like for dressing up, some mini skirts. I'd like some brown jeans. I hope this video encourages you in some way to put in the time and effort to build your basics. It doesn't mean that you have to buy basics all the time, but it does give you a really nice foundation. This can be really helpful, especially if you are stuck with your style. If you come back to the basics, it can give you that clarity that you need. Thank you for watching my show and tell. If you want more help building out your style or need more clarity, you can watch this video.